Make it one, right? Make it. Yeah, no see. Yes, shalom. Yabasham Washai, Brakata to all the brothers. Yahawasham Mailatan, Basham Washai to all the sisters. Prison Officer Matwaya of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, which started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahanna. Right, out in Trinidad, we have classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's no class locally here in Trinidad on Thursday, but we have classes throughout Israel, throughout the I.S.U.P.K, throughout the world. Right, on Monday we have the Lashawan Kodash with Officer Makar Kobal. Salakia. On Monday we have the history class with Officer Makar Kobal. Right, on Tuesdays Brotherhood with Officer Swapiala. Wednesday was the law with me, Officer Matkoya. No class on Thursday out in Trinidad. Friday we have the Lashawan Kodash with Officer Yakad and Officer Tazawar. Right. On Saturday, we have the Sabbath service with Officer Yakad, Officer Maikwa, and on Sunday we have the scripture breakdown class with our camp leader, Officer Galawan, right? Where you could come, any questions that you have, you could come and get it broken down for you to understand about it more, because in the Christian church, you can't go there and ask the questions to get it broken down. Christian church, they don't teach the Bible. You understand? What they do, they make you come to church and they say things that just more or less make you feel good. Right? Make you sing, make you dance, sing hymns, they sing songs. But when they leave from the Christian church, it's the same person. There's no change. You understand? And most people in their mind is when they go to the Christian church, they go for change. But the Christian church definitely don't change you. You understand? All that madness with water baptism and all that is madness. That don't change you. You understand? When they dip you in the water and they go to the Christian church, you're going to come back out just wet. You ain't going to come back out being a different person. You're going to come back out changed. You understand? But in the I.S.U.P.K, under commanding General YAHANNA, we teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are part of the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. You are the true Hebrews. You are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. You are to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes of your God, your power, and your Christ King, your King, which is Christ, Yahweh Shiny Hebrew, is coming to redeem you of your salvation from the hands of your enemies. Right? Today we're going to get into a few things, most predominantly Christian leaders, because they are not guiding our people towards the laws of the Most High. They are not guiding them to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes of God. And without laws in any society or any nation, right, without laws, it will just be chaos. You understand? That people or that nation will just be a lawless people. A lawless nation, doing as they please, doing as they want, and there will be no proper governance. But the Most High give us our laws, commandments, and statutes for us to govern Israel, for us to govern Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, for us to be in the right standing with the Most High. Right? So, Officer Shah, we go start from the book of Deuteronomy. We start from Deuteronomy chapter 6. And we go start from verse 1, right? Yeah, we go drop that and start 6 and 1 for now.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your God command to teach you, that you might do them in the land whether you go to possess it.
You understand? So Moses is telling us here that these are the commandments and statutes and judgments which the Lord our God, which the Lord our power gave us. You understand? So that we must that the Lord your God command to teach you, that he might do them in the land wherever you go. So wherever we go, we are supposed to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High. You understand? We are supposed to teach even our children to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes throughout their generations. This law is not done away with, as the Christian church say. These laws, commandments, and statutes is forever. You understand? But our Christian leaders and our Christian pastors, they have gone on their own course, after their own lust, after their own mind, after their own doing. You understand? They don't actually go in the Bible and show our people that we need to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes. They don't go in the Bible to show our people that they are the true Jews. They are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Their forefathers, their records is inside this book. You understand? They don't teach our people that the Bible is a black man's book. King James was black and so forth like that. They don't do that. You understand? So our people, when we look at our people in society today, our people are lost. Our people just doing as they please and not understanding that our power, our God, is a terrible God. You understand? And the things that we do, that is opposite to what he laid out for us to do, we will be sinning against him. You understand? And we understand from the last class that the wages of sin is death. You understand? So when we sin against God, we are going to die. We're going to pay the wages, the payments, that the price that we will have to pay for our sins is death. You understand? So take it from the top again, Officer Shah.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your power command to teach you.
You understand? So we are commanded to learn these commandments, laws, and statutes. Go ahead.
That you might do them in the land whether you go possess it.
And in the land whether we go to possess it, there we might do them. Go ahead.
Verse 2. That thou mightest fear the Lord thy power.
You understand? So you know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you might fear the Lord your God. And fearing the Most High is not running away from him. You understand? Or hiding yourself in some church or in some mosque. That is not fearing the Most High. You understand? Fearing the Most High is showing him that you respect him. It's showing him, when you keep the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High, that is how you fear God. That is how you show him you respect him as a father. Because the Most High is a father towards us. And we will get to that as we go on later on in the class, right? Go ahead.
To keep all his statutes.
To do what?
To keep all his statutes.
You understand? Go ahead.
And his commandments, which I command thee.
So we are supposed to keep the Most High laws, commandments, which he had commanded us, and his statutes. Go ahead.
Thou and thy son.
Thou and who?
Thou and thy son. And thy son's son.
You understand? So you, your son, and your son's sons, meaning you and the generations after you. So when you have children, and your children have children, and that child, that group of that generation have children again, they're supposed to continually teach them the laws, commandments, and statutes. Continually teach it throughout your generation, their sons and their sons' sons, as we just read. You understand? Don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. You're supposed to teach your generations that. You understand? Not just don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster because it's pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. You understand? But these things is not food. These things will bring about diseases upon you. You understand? And if the Most High Power say that he has chosen you to be a separate people, a holy people, even when you're eating things that is not food. You understand? Go ahead.
All the days of thy life.
All the what?
All the days of thy life.
You understand? So all your days, as long as you live, this is what you're supposed to be doing throughout your generation. And when your children come about, that is what they're supposed to be doing throughout their life. And so forth, going down the generation line. Right? Go ahead.
and that thy days be prolonged.
You understand? So that your days is going to be prolonged. Your days is going to be long on the land. These laws, commandments, and statutes, once you keep them, this is life. You understand? These laws, commandments, and statutes will prolong your days on the earth. It will make you live. It will make you see things better. It will make you to be able to navigate through this world that is defiled. The scriptures say, this paraphrasing, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You, with these laws, commandments, and statutes, will be able to navigate through this earth that the wicked have in their hands. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 3. Hear therefore, O Israel.
Hear what?
Hear therefore, O Israel.
Hear therefore, O Israel. So Moses is saying, listen, what I'm telling you, O Israel. You understand? And Israel, as we always bring it out in every class, is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is who we come out here to teach. This is who we go out on the streets, on the highways, and the byways to teach. Our people. You understand? Go ahead.
And observe to do it.
And do what?
And observe to do it.
So we're supposed to observe to do it. Just pay particular attention and do it. Go ahead.
That it may be well with thee.
That it may be what?
That it may be well with thee. And that you may increase mightily.
You understand? So that it will be well with you. When we keep these laws, it will be well with you. You will increase mightily among these other nations. You understand? Go ahead.
As the Lord power of thy fathers had promised thee.
You understand? So the Most High promised our forefathers that. You understand? Go ahead.
In the land that floweth with milk and honey.
In the land that floweth with milk and honey. We will get to that as we go down later on. Right? Continue.
Verse 4. Hear, O Israel.
Hear what?
Hear, O Israel.
Hear, listen, hearken, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out here in Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribs and Arawaks. Hear, listen, O Israel, O Carib and Arawaks, O blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? That's scattered in Trinidad here, in the ghettos. Listen. Go ahead.
The Lord, our power is one Lord.
The Lord, our power is what?
One Lord.
The Lord, our power is one God. Our God is one God. Our God is not multiple gods, like how the heathens do. These heathens worship thousands of different gods. Our power is one power. And we have to understand this power we serve. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. And thou shalt love the Lord thy power.
And shall what?
And thou shalt love the Lord thy power.
And many people don't understand how to love the Most High. Most High say, if you love me, keep my commandments. It have no other way to show the Most High that you love him. In the Christian church, they tell you, come, sing, dance, and you love God. God know my heart, God know my mind. And when I hear the next day reach, we go back doing the same things that we used to do. You understand? And out of this Bible, anything we're doing out of this Bible, out of this truth, we'll be sinning against God. So you can't be sinning against God and saying, God know my heart and I'm trying, and no, we ain't trying. When you come to keep the laws and you realize you're not supposed to commit adultery, you're not supposed to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, then now we're starting to try. Now we're starting to keep the laws of the Most High. And paraphrasing again, the Most High say, if you love me, keep my commandments, and that is it. He didn't say dance, he didn't say sing, he didn't say go up in the Muslim mosque, he didn't say go in the Christian church, he didn't say celebrate these holidays, nothing like that. If you love me, keep my commandments. Right? Go ahead.
With all thy heart.
With what?
With all thy heart.
With all thy mind. Your heart is, when the scripture is talking about your heart, is not this organ in your chest. You understand? It's talking about your mind. With all your mind, go ahead.
And with all thy soul.
And with what?
And with all thy soul. And with all thy might.
You understand? So now, in this society that we're in a wicked society. So now you're supposed to be fighting with all your heart, with all your might, with all your soul, to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes. Because the society that we live in, they're not making us keep the laws, commandments, and statutes. Because they push everything that is against God. You understand? Even if you watch, when they're showing all these hunting trips and expeditions, the things that they bring in from their catch is things that is against God. They push homosexuality on a mass scale. Even pastors coming out and talking about whatever was written in this book, I didn't have the clip to show you today. Whatever written in this book, holding the Bible and saying whatever written in this book, that was thousands of years ago. So which means we don't have to follow that. The pastor in the Christian church. You understand? That's why we say our religious leaders and even our politicians, they lead us astray. They lead us away from the Lord. You know, guys, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They are not the guides for people in the ghetto to get them out of the condition they're in. You understand? They are not the guides for us to look up to say, you know, all right, if I look up to this pastor or this preacher or this politician, I will stop doing what I'm doing here. Or I will stop doing this, or I will stop doing that. They are not our guides. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart.
You understand? So what Moses told us, we're supposed to always remember it. Again, your heart is your mind. You're supposed to always remember what Moses tell you. Because remember, as you read earlier on, he said you have to keep these commandments short your generation and teach your sons and your sons' sons. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently.
Thou shalt teach them how?
Diligently.
You understand? We should teach them diligently. Right? Let me look up the word diligently. Hold on 1 minute. Because again, in the Christian church, when you go inside there and you just dance, you sing, you have a good time, the Christian church not teaching you reading comprehension. You understand? These Christian pastors will just pull out one verse and give you a life story about somebody else, or a life story about some book the partner write, or some book they write. And the things that you hear, it's just making you feel good. You understand? And when you leave the Christian church, definitely you're not a changed person, it's the same person. Right? So we're looking at the word diligently. Right? Characterized by steady, earnest, and energetic effort. So this is how we're supposed to be keeping the laws of the Most High. Read verse 6 again. No, I'm sorry, Slakia, verse 7.
And thou shalt teach them diligently.
You understand? So thou shalt teach them with a steady and earnest and energetic effort. You shall teach them diligently. Go ahead.
Unto thy children.
So now these are the things that you're supposed to teach unto your children. Right? Go ahead.
And shall talk of them.
And shall do what?
And talk of them. When thou sittest in thy house.
Go ahead.
And when thou walkest by the way.
You understand? So these things are supposed to be continually being spoken about. Continually. Right? Just like brothers saying the I.S.U.P.K. That sometimes we just be wondering if that is the only thing we could talk about. You understand? Continually talk about this. Go ahead.
And when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
Right? So that's supposed to be part of you. Continually talk about the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High. Continually teach your sons, your sons' sons. This is what Moses commanded us to do. But of course, the Christian church, with their own philosophies and with their own agenda, they're not teaching our people that we have to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High. They're not teaching our people that you are the true Jews. They're not teaching our people what needs to be done to be in right standing with the Most High power. What needs to be done to be changed. To change from the person that it was. Because, well, I believe that's what you're going to church for. You understand? But yet still, we go to church for how much years and we just getting more worse and more worse. Because in the Christian church, is sin, is every vile thing happening in the Christian church. You understand? But again, as we go on, we will get into that some more, right? You will give me the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. Our people must understand, right, that the Most High power, now King Yahushai, right, our King Yahushai he is the one that is coming to deliver us from the hands of our enemies. Our Christian church, our Christian pastors, our Christian leaders, the imams, pundits, and all these different things, they're not the ones to deliver us. Keep the Lord's commandments and statutes of the Most High, and he will send our King, Yahushai, in the Hebrew, we call Jesus Christ, to deliver us from in the hands of our enemies, to make us come out of this position that we're in, this low state, this state of being in servitude. to the other nations. Right? Go ahead.
Leviticus 20, chapter 20, verse
20 verse 26.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. And you shall be holy unto me.
And you shall be what?
Holy unto me.
Take it from the top again. 20 and 26.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26.
Go ahead.
And you shall be holy unto me.
And you, the you talking about here is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You shall be holy. And as we know, holy means separate. Right? So the Most High is saying, you shall be separate unto me. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The Most High is not including everybody. The Most High is not including all nations. The Most High is saying, you so-called black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man, you shall be holy unto me. Go ahead.
For I, the Most High, am holy.
For what?
For I, the Most High, am holy.
For I, the Most High, am holy. I am separate. Go ahead.
And have served you from other people.
And had what?
And served you from other people.
And I have severed you from other people. You understand? Read it again.
And I have severed you from other people, that you should be mine.
That you should be what?
Mine.
You understand? So now we're going to look at the word severed, right? So when we look up the definition of the word severed, we see in here to put or keep apart, especially to remove something, such as a part, by cutting. So when the Most High says he severed us, read it from the top.
Leviticus chapter 26 verse Leviticus chapter 20 verse 26. And you shall be holy unto me.
So the Most High is saying you should be separate unto me. Go ahead.
For I, the Most High, am holy.
Go ahead.
And have severed you from other people.
The Most High had severed us. He had put or keep us apart. He had removed us. He had separated us from among other people. Go ahead.
That you should be mine.
That you black man, you Hispanic man, you Native Indian man should be the Lord's portion. You should be his. You understand? And our Christian pastors and preachers, they wouldn't tell us that we are separate people. We're supposed to be separate unto the Most High. We're not supposed to be running down the traditions of the world. We're not supposed to be running down the tradition of these heathen nations. We're not supposed to be running down their holidays. You understand? We're not supposed to be running down their women, and our women not supposed to be running down their men for husband and for wives. The Most High made us separate. You understand? Go ahead. No, Salakida, is it on that? Is it in verse 26? Alright, give me Jude chapter 1 and verse 8. You understand? The Most High separated us from all people, as we read in from the other people, as we read in Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 26. He separated us. Made us holy unto himself. And if the Most High separate us, is of course he will want the best for us. You understand? We are his chosen people, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Go ahead. Jude 1 and 8. But again, our Christian pastors, when they will read it. But again, our Christian pastors wouldn't tell us that. They have us integrating with all these other nations. You understand? And when we integrate with these nations, our fight, as we just say with local palang, our sting gone. We have no fight in us. We don't want to fight the other nations. You understand? We don't want to fight away their customs and their laws, their thing. The Most High gave us our laws to follow. We don't want to follow that. Once we integrate with the other nations, we forget our God. You understand? I just paraphrasing a script in the Apocrypha talk about what the heathens were saying. When we consider what should be their ruin, if they serve their God. If they don't serve their God, Salakia, that will be their ruin. Just paraphrasing. You understand? So when our Christian pastors integrate us with these other nations, and they're not teaching us who we are as a people, they're just ruining us. They're just making us be ruined. I'll see if I can find that scripture and we could bring it out a little later in the class, right? Do you have any officers, Sir? Go ahead.
Jude chapter 1 verse 8. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh.
Don't go too fast. Take it from the top again.
Jude chapter 1 verse 8. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh.
You understand? These filthy dreamers, they defile the flesh. These filthy dreamers are the people that we follow in the world. The filthy dreamers are our Christian pastors, our imams, and fake Israelites that claim they know the Most High. You understand? Go ahead.
Despise dominion and speak evil of dignities.
They do what?
Speak evil of dignities.
They speak evil of dignities, you understand? They speak evil of the things that the Most High set out for us. They speak evil about the Bible. They speak evil about all the things, the laws are done away with. You understand? Go ahead. That is verse 8, Salakia. Take it from the top again.
Jude chapter 1 verse 8. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers. Again,
the filthy dreamers is who we follow in the world. Christian pastors, the TD Jakes, the Creflo Dollar, the Pastor Coffee, the Pastor Gemma. You understand? Go ahead.
Defile the flesh.
They defile the flesh. They defile the flesh by doing what they want to do. They don't want to follow after God. They don't want to follow after the things that He tells us to do. Go ahead.
Despise dominion. And speak evil of dignities.
You understand? They despise dominion. They just want to talk about what's in their head. They don't want to follow after God. They want to talk about their own. They want to talk about integration. Good. They want to make homosexuality in the church normal. You understand? They're teaching that they must live peacefully with all men, with all these other nations. You understand? And little that you know that these dreamers, these Christian pastors, they are just sinners. They're not following the things that the Most High tell them to follow. Go ahead. That is in verse 8. Alright, give me Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1. Let's see if I could find this scripture we talked about earlier. As I have to take it, go ahead. You understand? Our Christian teachers and leaders, they just teach us to go against God. You understand? You're not teaching us the things that ought to be taught. You're not teaching us the things that Moses commanded us to follow. Right? Go ahead, Officer Shah.
Jeremiah 23 verse 1. Woe be unto the pastor.
Woe be unto who?
Woe be unto the pastor.
Hold on 1 minute, let me catch up with you. Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1. Yeah, go ahead.
Woe be unto the pastor.
You understand? So woe be unto the pastors. Go ahead.
That destroy and scatter the sheep.
You understand? Woe means what?
Destruction.
You understand? Woe means destruction. So the Most High is saying here what? Destruction unto you pastors that destroy and scatter my sheep. How the pastors destroy and scatter the Most High sheep? By not teaching them the laws of God. You understand? By not teaching them they're not supposed to commit adultery and be homosexuals and lesbians. You understand? Not teaching them how they're supposed to deal with their brother. How to deal with their sister. You understand? Which is brotherhood and sisterhood. And in the Christian church, there's no brotherhood and no sisterhood. You understand? Always some comments or some bacchanal behind closed doors. You understand? Sometimes it's right. Sometimes service going on and is Jones. You understand? Go ahead.
Of my pasture, saying the Most High.
Go ahead. Of whose pasture?
Saying the Most High.
No, of whose pasture it is?
My pasture.
You understand? Of the Most High pasture. Not the Christian church pastor. Not the pastor. You understand what I'm saying? Of the Most High pastor. They scatter us by making us integrate and teaching us about voting and electing members of your community. They scatter the Most High flock. Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they're not supposed to be voting. You understand? The scriptures say that we're supposed to choose a leader from of our own people. Paraphrasing again. Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 2, right?
That is, yeah, go ahead, verse 2.
Verse 2. Therefore, thus say the Lord,
right,
power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people.
You understand? So the Most High talking against the pastors that feed his people. Go ahead.
You have scattered my flock and driven them away.
You have scattered my flock and driven them away. You understand? Because our Christian leaders have us doing what? Being Muslim. Some of us is Muslim. Some of us is Pentecostal. Some of us is Hindu, Baptist, and all these other religions, Pan-African, Africanists, Egyptologists. You understand? And our Christian leaders not showing us that we are one people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, but we are scattered in all these different religions. Go ahead.
And have not visited them.
And have not what?
And have not visited them.
And the Christian pastors have not visited us. They have not come and really taught us what we ought to know. They have not come and taught us that the laws are not done away with. They have not come and taught us that we are one people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? Even the Venezuelans that coming across here from the tribe of Asha, they're not teaching us that is our people. They're not even teaching them that blacks and Hispanics are their people too. You understand? Go ahead.
Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing.
So the Most High is saying what? He will visit you upon the evils that you're doing. The things that you're doing, scattering his flock, the Most High is going to visit you. You understand? Go ahead. With judgment and punishment. Go ahead.
Saying the Most High.
Say it who?
Saying the Most High.
Verse 4?
Verse 3.
No, verse... Yeah, go ahead. Verse 3.
Verse 3. Jeremiah chapter 20, verse 3. And I will gather the remnants of my flock out of all countries.
So the Most High is saying, he will gather the remnants of his flock out of all countries. Why is he saying out of all countries? Because we're scattered into all nations. You understand? Prophecy in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Go ahead.
Whether I have driven them.
Whether what?
Whether I have driven them.
Where the Most High have driven us. Go ahead.
And I will bring them again to their fold.
And I will bring them again where?
To their fold. And they shall be fruitful and increase.
You understand? So the Most High is the one who is going to gather us back for us to be fruitful and for us to increase. You gather us back into one fold. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And I will set up shepherds
and I will
over
do what?
them.
I will do what?
And I will set up shepherds over them.
You understand? The Most High say he is the one who is going to set up shepherds over the house of Israel. He is the one to set up shepherds over you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Christian pastors set up the self. The Imam set up the self. The Pundit set up the self. And all these religious leaders set up their own self. The Most High say he's the ones to set up what? Read it from the top again.
Jeremiah 23 verse 4. And I will set up shepherds over them.
You understand? Go ahead.
Which shall feed them.
Which shall do what?
Which shall feed them.
You understand? The Most High is the one to set up shepherds over the blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Not our religious leaders. The Most High didn't set up our religious leaders. He set up the I.S.U.P.K under commanding GEN.YAHANNA, which is going to do what? Which is going to feed so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the things that they need to know about themselves, their history, their laws, their culture. You understand? Go ahead.
And they shall fear no more.
And they shall what?
And they shall fear no more. Nor be dismayed.
Nor be what?
Nor be dismayed.
You understand? They ain't going to be dismayed. Go ahead.
Neither shall they be lacking.
Neither they shall be what?
Neither shall they be lacking, saying the Most High.
You understand? So the Most High is saying he is not going to be dismayed. You're not going to be lacking. You understand? Yes, now hold on 1 minute. You understand? You're not going to be dismayed. You're not going to be the ones to cause to be like lacking. You're lacking that courage, that faith. Because now the Most High is setting up pastors over here to guide you, to feed you. You understand? The right things that you need to know. The scriptures say, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. We don't know who we are. We don't know what is our culture as a people, our history, our language. You understand? But the Most High set up Rakatai Y.H.W.H under Commandant General Yahanna that will teach us these things. You understand? As you see in the scripture in verse 4, I will set up shepherds. He's setting up shepherds. The I.S.U.P.K shepherds. To do what? To feed the people. To actually come and give the people now back that, to breathe a better life on them. To make them understand the laws, commandments, and statutes, to make them understand, get out of the Christian church, because in there, they ain't going to learn nothing. You understand? That is it on verse 4?
Come.
Alright, give me Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 10. Again, our religious leaders is not going to guide us towards the Most High power. Our religious leaders is not going to guide us through that straight and narrow gate. They are not going to do that. Because all they're about is gain for themselves. That is all they're about. Only gain. They're not here to help our people out of the condition that they're in. You understand? All these Christian church and Muslim mosques and all this garbage need to close down. You understand? Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 56 verse 10. His watchmen are blind.
Is what?
His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant.
Go ahead.
They are all dumb. Dumb dogs.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
Isaiah 56 and 10, right?
Come.
Yeah, just catching up with you. Go ahead, take it from the top again.
Isaiah 56 verse 10. His watchmen are blind.
So his watchmen are blind. You understand? These Christian pastors and religious leaders and politicians, they are blind. You understand? What a watchman supposed to do? A watchman supposed to watch out for the people. You understand? When you see destruction coming or threat coming, that is what a watchman supposed to do. Watch out for the people. All religious leaders don't do that. They don't watch out for nobody. You understand? For example, we in the I.S.U.P.K teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand who they are, the culture, the laws, showing you the common destruction, all these different diseases and plagues and pestilence that will take our people if we sin against God. You understand? Boom, the coronavirus drop. Everybody in the Christian church panic and frightened. You understand? And all it happened on them so all of a sudden, because why? They're watchmen. They didn't have watchmen. That is how I should put it. You understand? They didn't have watchmen. Their watchmen wasn't keeping watch. Go ahead.
His watchmen are blind.
They are what?
They are blind.
You understand? Christian leaders, they are blind. They don't see when danger coming. You understand? Go ahead.
They are all ignorant.
They are all what?
They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs.
They are all what?
Dumb dogs.
You understand? So they are all dumb dogs. You understand? And dumb dogs talking about they can't speak. They can't tell you the things that they're supposed to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? They can't see that when we integrate with the other nations, that is our ruin. That will keep us at the bottom. You understand? They can't see that we as a people, we in captivity, we in servitude to the other nations. You understand? They can't see to tell us who we are as a people. They can't see to tell us that we are in war with the other nations. I ain't talking about picking up pitchfork and going out there and war. You understand what I'm saying? Our watchmen, our Christian leaders, they are blind. They are dumb dogs. Go ahead.
They cannot bark.
They cannot what?
They cannot bark.
And if you look at the nature of a dog, right, of a watchdog, you understand? Any threat coming in that premises where that watchdog is, that watchdog starting to bark. It's starting to make an alarm. It's because it's seeing something coming. It's seeing danger. So it's starting to bark, to alert who? The other people or the people in the house that something outside it. Something happening outside it that you can't see because you're inside. And our religious leaders is the ones who are supposed to be what? The watchmen. To alert us, to bark, to make that noise, to say, hey, this is what's going on. Will what tree come in? Or the girl herself right? They are the ones to be telling us, Christ coming. Again, Salakia, get all this stuff right. You know what I mean? These are the things our Christian leaders are supposed to be telling us. Stop eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Stop being homosexuals. We're in the last days. But they're not telling us these things. They are dumb dogs. They are blind. Go ahead.
Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
You understand? And this is what the Christian church teaches us. You understand? To sleep, to lie down, to be in slumber. Just do what you want to do. Don't worry about nothing. When you come in the Christian church, you pay your 10%, as I like to call it, tips. You understand? You good. You don't have to worry nothing. Everybody about their own gain. Everybody about their own, what in their own mind. You understand? They don't want to teach us the right things. They don't want to teach us, again, be in servitude with the other nations. They're not being the watchmen that they're supposed to. You understand? That's why the Most I say, woe unto you, pastors. Right? Go ahead. What far where we at? Verse 11. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yea, they are greedy dogs.
They are what?
Yea, they are greedy dogs.
You understand? These Christian pastors are greedy dogs. This is Christianity in a nutshell. You understand? All religious leaders are greedy dogs. They only studying about gain. You sit down and you watch all these Christian pastors out here in Trinidad. You understand? You go up on Facebook, on these social media sites and watch all the advertisements. But the next service every Sunday is always about gain. Receive your miracle, this miracle, that miracle. And the thing about it is, they're telling you to receive your miracle, but you giving them a miracle. But they're with your tithes, offerings, and love gifts. You understand? And you going back home being the same old destitute person that you came in, trying to get change, trying to get help. You understand? You going back home being that same person. And our Christian pastors, or religious leaders, or politicians, they just on gain. You understand? Go ahead.
Which can never have enough.
Which could never what?
Which can never have enough.
You understand? And our religious leaders, they could never have enough because they always want. Every Sunday or every lecture or every retreat that the Christian church have, they always want. The coronavirus drop, they still want. After all these years and months of tithes, offerings and love gifts that these people come and give into these religious institutions. They still want, in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of a crisis, these Christian leaders still want. You understand? They ain't saying, well, after all these years, I'm going to go in my account or whatever the hell it is, the vault or whatever, and take and give back to at least the congregation or at least the community. You understand? They ain't doing that. On top of all, they still want. Take it from the top on verse 11 again.
Isaiah chapter 56 verse 11. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough.
You understand? Our religious leaders, our politicians, they could never have enough. Go ahead.
And they are shepherds.
And they are what?
And they are shepherds that cannot understand.
You understand? And a shepherd is somebody that, a shepherd is a person that's supposed to guide sheep. You understand? And the Most High is saying that they are shepherds that can't understand. Go ahead. They don't understand nothing what's going on in this Bible. They don't understand how to guide the people. They don't understand how to show blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true identity, the culture, the history. They don't understand nothing. You understand? Go ahead.
They all look to their own ways.
They all do what?
They all look to their own way.
And that is what it is. You understand? They all look to their own ways to do as they please. Muslims look in one way to see what they could pull from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, Christians, Muslims, Egyptologists, everybody on their own agenda. One people, we are one people in these institutions. as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, but our religious leaders, they look to their own ways. They're not about bringing the people together. You understand? Go ahead.
Everyone for his gain.
Everyone for what?
Everyone for his gain.
You understand? Every religious leader for his gain, for his own gain, not about the people. Go ahead.
From his quarter.
From what?
From his quarter.
Mm-hmm. You understand? They really don't want to see or try to do what is best for the people. Everyone for his own gain. You understand? From there, you will give Matthew chapter 5 and verse 19. Yeah, Matthew chapter 5 and verse 19. You understand? Because our religious, those religious leaders, they're supposed to be the ones guiding our people, showing our people what needs to be done as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? But they're not doing that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to really and truly come to serve the Most High. You understand? Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Whosoever shall do what?
Break one of these least commandments.
Mm-hmm.
And shall teach men, so he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
You understand? So Christ speaking here. This is not Moses talking. This is not a religious pastor talking. This is not the scribes and Pharisees talking. Christ is talking here. And he's saying, whosoever shall therefore break one of the least commandments. So now, our Christian pastors might do what? Let me say, they might think eating pork or crab, shrimp, and lobster, that is small thing. You understand? So they're saying, whosoever shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so. So now our religious leaders teaching us, when they say the laws are the Most High done away with, they're teaching us that we could go ahead and eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. They're teaching us how to break one of the least commandments. You understand? This is what they're teaching us. When they come and say, hey, laws are God done away with, it's like they're telling you, do as you please. You understand? So homosexuals running up in the church, lesbians running up in the church, the gay pastors marrying one another because the laws are God done. But when they actually open your Bible and they get inside, they realize the laws are the Most High, it ain't done away with. There's laws about homosexuality, there's laws about how you should treat your brother, how you should treat your wife, how the nation, how blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are supposed to deal with one another as a nation. You understand? If you trespass against a brother, what you should do. And these is the things, when we came out of the world, this is the things that we understand in the I.S.U.P.K under commanding GEN.YAHANNA, because pastors not teaching you these things. These pastors that we read earlier on, they are greedy dogs. They are dumb. They are not watchmen. They all about their own gain. You understand? Some of us might see religious leaders on TV or in parliament or whatever the case might be, and we might hear them speak and feel and think in we head, hey boy, that's sounding good. But in reality, they bring that rubbish around the I.S.U.P.K. We could show you how that is just raw BS. What they're talking about. You understand? That is why them get to youths and them, which is my people, but I refer to them as get to youths because why? We in the same struggle together up in Lavantil. You understand? Had to run Fitzgerald out of the community there because why? He only studying about himself. How much years you in power? You understand? And these people that vote, I mean, we're not saying to go and vote for no politician. You understand? The Most High is against voting. But these people that vote to put you there, to help them, our watchmen. You understand? They turn their backs on them. They're on their own gain. As the scripture say, they are greedy dogs. They only studying about themselves. And then when they come on the TV to present themselves, making you feel like they're doing all that. But when they see the community run them out, or run him out, other community, you must understand why. They're not being watchmen over the people. You understand? They're not being watchmen over the people. Commanding GEN.YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K, we are watchmen over our people. We come out in the streets and let you know where you're going wrong. We breathe that breath of life on it. You understand? We understand that our people in the valley are dry bones, just walking about not knowing who it is. The blind. You understand what I'm saying? Eh? We understand our people are under sin. So we come out there and we warn them about, hey, stop eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. These things are going to get you sick. These things, the Most High say that is an abomination. You understand? And if you really go into the genetics, a pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, that is just a part of the law, you will realize that these things is what we will call bottom feeders. These things is what we will call the filter the ocean. It come like you take your filter from in your aquarium and just take it out of the aquarium and start to suck it. All that's supposed to be filtering out is in these creatures. You understand? And that is something we will go to when we get more into the law. You understand? For you to understand why the Most High say don't eat them things. You understand what I'm saying? Take it back from the top again. With whosoever.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
You understand? So whosoever teaching men that the laws are God done away with, whosoever teaching men to break the least commandment, whosoever teaching men to smoke or commit adultery, you teaching them to do these things? Most predominantly in the Christian church, because they say the laws are God done away with. So you teaching men to break the least commandment. Go ahead.
But whosoever shall do and
take it again. Whosoever shall break one of these least. Yeah.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Go ahead.
And shall teach men so.
You understand? So you're teaching men the laws are God done away with. Go ahead.
He shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
You understand? So these Christian leaders, these religious leaders, is going to do what? Called least in the kingdom of heaven. And I just want to ask myself, if the Christian pastor saying the laws are God done away with, if they don't read this. Because Christ himself is saying, if you teach men to break the least commandment, it's going to be least in the kingdom of heaven. How you could say the laws good done away with and Christ letting you know, you teaching men that you're going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven. That alone showing these Christian pastors, they're not about the Bible. They're about getting your hard-earned money that you went and slave for on the plantation from 6 to 6. That is what they're about. They're about that money. You understand? Go ahead, Officer Shah.
But whosoever shall do.
But whosoever shall what?
But whosoever shall do and teach them.
So whosoever do the commandments, again, if you love the Most High, Scripture says if you love the Most High, you keep the commandments. So whosoever do shall teach them and do. So when we in the I.S.U.P.K teaching men to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High, you understand? And we doing them also. Because we're not just going and teach people and that is it, we behind closed doors, eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, running down hoes, looking for women, you understand, looking for prostitutes. Nah, we keeping the laws. You understand? And we teaching our brothers and sisters outside there to keep them too. That's where we have classes throughout the week here in Trinidad. You understand? Well, except for Thursday. And we have classes throughout the I.S.U.P.K. We teaching men. We keeping the commandments and teaching men to do so. Go ahead.
The same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
The same shall what?
Be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
And this is what we want for ourselves as well as our brothers and sisters that lost out in the world. You understand? We want to be called great in the kingdom of heaven. We keeping the commandments and teaching men to do so. We in the I.S.U.P.K will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. And we want you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out there to also be called great in the kingdom of heaven. That is why we're out here teaching our people. You understand? From there, that is it on 19? Yeah, Tawala. Give me Matthew 23 and verse 13. You understand? Because, again, all religious leaders is just about the money. They're just about the money. they're just about your daughters and your wives and your husbands. You understand? Because these religious leaders gay as hell. That is what they're about. The lust of their own flesh. Again, they're not out here for our people. You understand? How much churches really, during this the COVID-19 pandemic, how much churches really come out and help blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? You understand? How much churches come out and help, again, the people in the community, or even, as I said before, the church members? How much? They're about that money. They're about your hard-earned money. Go ahead. Matthew chapter 23 and verse 13, 1 3. Yeah.
Matthew chapter 23 and verse 13. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
But what?
But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
You understand? Christ speaking here again because the words in red. Christ is saying, but woe. Woe means death or destruction. Unto you, Pharisees. You understand? The scribes and Pharisees at that time was the leaders who will be looking at like T.D. Jakes and all these people today. They were the Christian leaders. You understand? Go ahead.
Hypocrites.
We call them?
Hypocrites.
You understand? Go ahead.
For you shut up the kingdom of heaven.
For you what?
For you shut up the kingdom of heaven.
You understand? For they shut up the kingdom of heaven. How they shut up the kingdom of heaven? By teaching the laws are done away with. You understand? Because these laws is to keep the nation of Israel. These laws is what the nation of Israel will live by. When the Most High separate us and choose us to be a holy people, He give us laws to follow. You understand? And this is what we have to keep throughout our generation. But when they come and they tell you, don't keep that. Do as you please. Celebrate Easter and Christmas and Black Caucus Day or whatever they want to do. And you're not doing what the Most High tell you. You understand? These religious leaders, they're shutting up the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven is going to be right here on this earth. It's not no place when you're dead you're going to. You understand? Go ahead.
Against men.
Against what?
Against men.
So they shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. Go ahead.
For you neither go in yourselves.
You understand? Take it again. Say it again.
For you neither go in yourselves.
You understand? For ye neither go in yourselves. These Christian leaders, they're not going to the kingdom of heaven neither, because Christ called them hypocrites. They're saying one thing and doing something different. They're saying they love God. You understand? But in the scriptures, they say if you love God, keep His commandments. They're being hypocrites. They're saying don't commit adultery, but behind closed doors, they go in and do that. They're saying don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, but on Fridays, they're carrying their wife to Red Lobster and Big Lobsters or wherever them lobster places. You understand? To eat fine cuisine. Not knowing they're just eating a plate of garbage. A plate of rubbish. You understand? Take it from the top again.
Matthew chapter 23 verse 13. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you shut up the kingdom of heaven.
You understand? So when your Christian leaders shut up the kingdom of heaven, they're just teaching us lies. They're teaching us everything that is contrary to what the Most High tell us to do. Yeah? Go ahead.
Against men. For you neither go in yourselves.
For you neither what?
For you neither go in yourselves.
Go ahead.
Neither suffer you them that are entering to go in.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
Destruction unto you, scribes and Pharisees, again Christ saying. Go ahead.
Hypocrites. For you devour widows.
For you do what?
For you devour widows.
You understand? And how they devour widows? These scribes and Pharisees, these Christian pastors, these hypocrites, they're just taken from the poor. You understand? They devour widows. They're not helping our people. They're just there about gain. Take, give. You understand? And in return, they ain't giving you back nothing. When tithes is to help see about your people. You pay 10% in the UPK, that is to help brothers and sisters that don't have. That might work food. Might help them in prison. You understand? Help them with the rent. Tell them put food in the house. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
houses, and for a pretense make long prayers. Therefore you shall receive the greater damnation.
You understand? And for pretense, they make long prayers. They make everything feel nice, look nice. You understand? But the most High in the end is your damnation. That is the judgment that our Christian pastors facing. And yet still, they get up on the pulpit every Sunday because again, they don't care about the Most High. They don't care about God. They don't care about Christ. They don't care about His people. What they care about is now. And what they can get now. You understand? And when we follow after these Christian pastors, the blind leading the blind, scripture and laying out, both will end up in the pit. The same judgment that they're going to face, you're going to face too. You understand? So it's high time we wake up and understand. We got to come out of the Christian church, come out of the Muslim mosque, come out of these religions. The Bible is not a book of religion. You understand? Religion masks itself over the Bible and make you feel that the religion is based on the Bible. The Bible have nothing to do with religion. Religion was man-made. You understand? This Bible is only for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And time again, as we say, no East Indian, no Syrian, no Chinese can go up on no pulpit to teach you nothing about this book. Because this is your book. You understand? Every nation, every race is in this book. And every race have a different judgment. You understand? When I say a different judgment, the things that we pass through under the hands of these nations, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we pass through oppression under all these nations. You understand? When Christ returns, they will pay for what they have done to us. They will pay for the things that they did to us. I can't remember the scripture offhand, but it's a scripture that paraphrasing and say, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. So they're going to pay for the things that their fathers did. You understand? Because we, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we paid the price for the things that our forefathers did. Because in the Atlantic slave trade, when we come to this side, and when we were getting lynched and raped, and our women bellies being cut open to take out their babies, there were good blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the bunch too. That wasn't doing nothing wrong. There were good ones there too. But everybody paid the price. You understand? So these other nations, once we come back keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes, with or without brothers and sisters, when I say with or without brothers and sisters, because it will have some that will say, we have to integrate. You understand? The Most High, he choose black people alone. He had to save the white man. He had to save the East Indian man. They have their price to pay. You understand? Just like we had ours to pay for our forefathers. They have their price to pay for their forefathers. That is it on that? Give me 23 and 25. Matthew 23 and 25, right? Same 23, but I just jumped down to 25.
Matthew chapter 23 and verse 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
You understand? And if you watch through Matthew 23, Christ only reiterating, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees. Because these scribes and these religious leaders was on BS. You understand? They really wasn't about the work of the Most High. They really wasn't about trying to help our people. Only woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees. Hypocrites. Go ahead.
Hypocrites. For you make clean the outside of the cup.
You understand? And when we see, for you make clean the outside of your cup. You understand? These religious leaders make clean the outside of the Christian church. They present this nice, this nice thing for you to look upon, for you to see, for you to feel like, see, if I go inside that church, I'm going to be sanctified. I'm going to be saved and sanctified. You understand? I'm going to be saved and everything. How do they say it again? Christ love me and all these gay BS. You understand? They make outside of the cup what? For you make clean
the outside of the cup.
You understand? And make it look nice. Go ahead.
and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion.
You understand?
And excess.
But within the Christian church, full of what? Extortion and excess. Right? Just now, hold 1 minute. Let me look up the word extortion. Right? Because the Christian church, they present everything nice from the outside. But on the inside, what you don't know, and Christ letting you know, is full of extortion. Right? So you look up the word extortion. Extortion saying, the crime of getting money from someone by the use of force or threats. You understand? And this the way how the Christian church read now, they didn't have to force you or threaten or nothing. You understand? That is the way how the Christian church read now. You're willing fully getting up and give them not 10%. You understand? They gain them as you feel. You understand? See what they're saying? Extortion, the crime of getting money from someone by the use of force or threat. Because they go tell you go die. Christ will kill you. You understand? Yeah, go ahead, Officer Shah.
And then after that, the way they're using the seats on them.
They using what?
The seats on them and the upfront seats who are they pay like who paying this amount of money they get this long in front.
You're very well correct.
And who pay less in the back.
You understand? Extortion, as Officer Shah saying, all who paying 100 in the front seat. All who paying 20s next row. All who paying 5s more down to the back and down to the last. Who might be paying a little dollar. You understand? And poor auntie and uncle trying to serve the Most High and going into these institutions and giving them the pension money. And these institutions, these religious leaders, they don't care. They're taking their money and they're not teaching them what ought to be taught. You understand? That Christ keeps saying over and over, ye scribes and Pharisees, you religious leaders, hypocrites. You understand? Go ahead.
Continue. Start at the top.
Yeah, start from the top again, no problem.
Matthew 23 and verse 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees.
Destruction unto you, religious leaders. Go ahead.
Hypocrites. For you make clean the outside of the cup.
You make the Christian church look good. Make the cathedral look good. You make the Muslim mosque look good. You present this to make it look so clean and nice for the people to follow. For them to come in. Go ahead.
And of the platter. But within they are full of extortion and excess.
Full of extortion and excess. You understand? Christ letting you know that they're full of extortion and excess. Look at busy man who had the 29 million. I forget his name. Full of extortion and excess. 29 million. And I show the community we're in. It's in a mess. You understand? I saw blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian who give up the money for him to have 29 million in hiding. They're in a mess.
Right.
You understand? Because our religious leaders, they're not about our people. They're about excess. They're about extortion. They're about gain. And it's high time that our people come to realize, hey, time to get out the Christian church. You understand? Time to get out the Muslim mosque. We as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are one people. Religion is just there only to divide us. How we're dividing us is because I is Muslim, you is Rasta. You understand? And when you watch the whole gist of the matter is our people fighting against one another. Or for what? Religion. Something that is so-called that the white man make. You understand? Rastafarianism is done a heathenistic custom already. Muslim is not even for us to be following as a people. The most I say, he separate us. Made us a holy people. You understand? But again, our watchmen, they never watch out for us. They never taught us that he is not a Rasta. They never taught us that he is not a Muslim. They never taught us that Rastafarianism is of the East Indian. That is a heathen custom. You understand? And the Lord tell us in the book of Jeremiah, learn not the way of the heathens. Don't go after the things that they go after. Don't do after the things that they do. Learn not the way of the heathens. You holy, you separate. The Most High chose you to be above all people upon the face of the earth. You understand? Go ahead, Officer Shah.
Verse 27.
26.
26. Thou blind Pharisees.
Thou what?
Thou blind Pharisees.
Christ letting them know they're blind. They're not seeing the things that they're supposed to see. Go ahead.
Cleanse first that which is within.
Cleanse what?
Cleanse first that which is within the cup and the platter.
You understand? Christ saying cleanse first that is which is within the cup and the platter. Christ is letting them know all they have to see about all themselves. All they have to see about all themselves first. All they have to cleanse all themselves first. Before they could go out there and really start to cleanse the people. All they have to stop all the hypocrisy. Ye scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. Stop saying one thing and then doing something else. You understand? Go ahead.
That the outside of them may be clean also.
That the what?
That the outside of them may be clean also.
You understand? So that the outside of them, it is going to be clean also. Christ is letting our religious leaders know that. You understand? That is how important it is to understand that in the Christian church, it has no life inside it. In the Muslim mosque, it has no life inside it. You understand? And when our people go into the prison system, they're coming out under religion again. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 27.
Yeah.
Verse 27. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites!
Again, Christ come again and telling them, woe unto you, destruction unto you, death and destruction unto you, religious leaders. Again, Christ keeps saying, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees. And I just ask myself again if these religious leaders seeing this. But again, if they don't understand the Bible, they can't see it. You understand? They can't see Christ talking about them. Go ahead.
For you are like unto the whitened sepulchre.
You are like unto a whited sepulchre. You understand? A sepulchre is like a grave or a coffin. You understand? It's like a whited sepulchre. Go ahead.
Which are indeed appear beautiful outwards.
You understand? It appear nice. When you watch a coffin from on the outside, it look nice. You understand what I'm saying? Because it has different kind, different shape, different color. It look nice. Go ahead.
But within, full of dead men.
You understand?
Bones.
But within is full of dead men bones. It's full of hypocrisy and all manner of things that the Most High say for us. All manner of things that we supposed to not go against the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? Inside it is raw rubbish. Go ahead.
And of all uncleanness.
You understand? And in the Christian church, that is just Christianity itself. In the Christian church is all manner of uncleanness. You understand? From homosexuality go right back. From pastors and priests molesting little boys and little girls. You understand? Again, these religious leaders is not out here for our people. They're not out here to help blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? But again, subscribe to the I.S.U.P.K, all I.S.U.P.K channels. If you're in Trinidad, contact our camp leader, Officer Galawan. When you go on the I.S.U.P.K Trinidad page, Facebook page, YouTube page, the contact number is there. Come and ask your questions, get your question answer. Start to view our classes online. You understand? So you learn more about your culture, your heritage, your history, the things that you need to do in these last days. You understand? It is very important that they understand what needs to be done in these last days. Because the time is just only going to get more dread and more dread. But we in Trinidad have a tendency to say, God is a Trini. You understand? When the COVID-19 hit, and they watch on the map, on the Trinidad map, only point alone didn't have no cases. You understand? They reach the point now where they started saying, like, God is a point man. You understand? All this set of rubbish. You understand? But it's high time that we understand that we have to wake up and come back to the laws, commandments, and statutes. Get out of the Christian church. Or really religious leaders are not there to help us, man. You understand? In the I.S.U.P.K, here's the only help you could get. That you will get. Here's the only refuge that you can run to. And I'm talking about run to get refuge and then 2 days later you run out. Here's the only place you're going to get refuge. You're going to get help. You understand? For all your problems. That council line, that classes with brotherhood, classes with sisterhood, everything here in the I.S.U.P.K. Everything. You understand? Because we building a nation. We're building back our nation. The nation of Israel. The nation where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, Caribs, and Arabs, we live as one people. You understand? Right? That is it on that time, Officer Shah? Yeah, to what, right? From there, give me 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. Yeah, 1 John chapter 4 and verse 20.
The book of 1 John chapter 4 and verse 20.
Go ahead.
If a man say, I love the Most High, and hated his brother, he is a liar.
Is that what?
He is a liar.
You understand? And that in the Christian church. All religious leaders and their congregation, they claim to love God. You understand? But right there in the Christian church is all manner of evil. Is all manner of hatred and hypocrisy. They say they love God, but inside they have no brotherhood. It have no sisterhood.
Right.
You understand? But they claim they love God. But read it from the top again.
The book of 1 John chapter 4 and verse 20.
Yeah.
If a man say, I love the Most High, and hated his brother, he is a liar.
You understand? So in the Christian church, it's just full with liars. Because they claim to love God. But deep down, inside that Christian church, they don't love God at all. They're hating one another inside the Christian church. You understand? I know people who are in the Christian church and they come and tell me all the stories. All the madness that is happening in the Christian church. And they claim to love God. I know they're just liars. That's why I keep telling me, come on the Christian church. Come on the Christian church. Come into the I.S.U.P.K. Or the psalms, the hymns, the shak, the tambourine, the drums. Keep them going back. You understand? But I pray the Most High deliver them from that snare. Again, that is why we're outside here to continually beat this Bible. When I say beat this Bible, to teach our people in these classes and on the streets, they need to come back to the Most High power. Get out of the Christian church. There ain't no place for you to be in. Go ahead.
For he that loveth not his brother.
For he that what?
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love the Most High, whom he hath not seen?
You understand? If you can love your brother who you could see in the Christian church, or you could love your brother, or you could love the Most High who you can't see. But in the Christian church, they just teach you about self. They ain't teaching you about loving your brother. Just teach you about yourself. Teach you about, when I say teach you about yourself, teach you about gain for self. You understand? They ain't really getting into brotherhood, things that they need to be done in brotherhood. You understand? Because it have part in the law, just paraphrasing again, where it's saying, if when you reap your crops, you understand? You leave the corners of the field. So that the stranger, I say stranger, I mean talk about East Indian and no Syrian. For the stranger, you talk about for your own people to be able to go and get food. The poor of your people. That brotherhood. Christian church will teach you brotherhood. You understand? If you have a vineyard and a stranger come to visit you, he could eat as he please in your vineyard. You understand? But he's not supposed to fill no basket or no box or no crate or no truck and go with it. But he could eat as he please. He's not supposed to carry. Just paraphrasing the scriptures. You understand what I'm saying? This is brotherhood. In Christian church, you do have that. You come and they just take all your money. They take all this with the tithes. And then when they look back, they're not giving you nothing in return. They're not teaching you to love your brother who you could see. So of course, definitely you can love the Most High who you can't see. You understand? Go ahead.
verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he whom loveth the Most High love his brother also.
You understand? And once you love God, you must love your brother also. You understand? This is the commandment that we have. You love your brother, you love the Most High also. You understand what I'm saying? And in keeping these laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High, you're going to understand how to love your brother. You're going to understand how to love the Most High God. You get into the classes, you get into the brotherhood classes, you're going to understand how to have brotherhood, how to have sisterhood, how to deal with your people, how to deal with your brothers and sisters. You understand? This is very, very, very important in the nation of Israel, in helping building back your people into that righteous nation, into that nation that the Most High severed you and make holy unto himself. Yeah? Right? From there, give me the book of Psalms 137 and verse 3. Right? Again, in the Christian church, you're not going to teach how to have brotherhood, how to have sisterhood. You understand what I'm showing you? How to love your people. You're not going to show you these things. Christian church all about singing, dancing, and just, again, things that just make you feel good about yourself for a time. Because by the time you reach home, back to square one. You understand? Go ahead.
The book of Psalms 147 and verse 3. For they that carried us away captive.
They that what?
They that carried us away captive required us a song.
You understand? Because back in slavery, when we were carried away captives, the slave masters required from us songs. You understand? No difference from today. But that's another class we will get into. But the slave master required from us songs. And we learn that through slavery, we integrate that with religion. You understand? So when we go into the Christian church, we have to sing, we have to dance, and all this madness. Why? Because in slavery, when we was being oppressed or being whipped from the slave master, what we used to do? Sing songs to get over our pain. You understand? When we see our brothers and sisters being lynched, and the last breath come out from the nostrils, we can't go and fight the slave master before that last breath leave them. We can't go and fight them. You understand? When we see that last breath leave, what we have to do? Just sing songs to do what? Give us that hope. Give us that encouragement. You understand? To make us still feel like we have life. And we bring that into the Christian church. Because that was what the slave master used as a tool to further keep us enslaved and entrapped. Why? Why he would do that? You understand? So that we wouldn't do what? Revolt. Anytime something happened, the taskmaster of us and something happened, what we do? We started singing. We revolting. We wouldn't revolt against him. When we go under pressure, we get under pressure, we get under pain, we start singing. Swing low, sweet chariot, we in the cotton field, licks passing, swing low, sweet chariot. You understand? Jordan River, so beastly and cold, it quenched my body but not my soul. And all these different things we start singing and we bring it into the Christian church. And we acquaint that with godliness. You understand? From there, give me Amos chapter 5 verse 23. You understand? We acquaint these songs and make it look and appear godly. But you will hear what the Most High have to say about that. You understand? It's very important that all these tambourines and drums and these things in the Christian church is just a distraction. It is not of the Most High God. The Most High God don't care about that. He care about you changing. He care about you keeping his laws, commandments, and statutes. Go ahead.
The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
Take what?
Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
So the Most High is saying in the book of Amos, say, take thou away from me the noise of your song. The Most High don't want to hear Donnie McClurkin and Kirk Franklin and all this gospel music and all these things in the Christian church, the drums and the trap set and all these things, the Most High don't want to hear that. The Most High take from me the what?
Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
You understand? The Most High is saying, take thou away from me the noise of your songs. The Most High is not about that. Go ahead.
For I will not hear the melody of thy viols.
For I will not what?
For I will not hear the melody of thy viols.
You understand? The Most High is saying he will not hear the melody of your viols. Go ahead.
Verse 24. But let judgment run down as waters.
Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Can.
Yeah, Salakia.
The book of Amos chapter 5 and verse 24. But let judgment run down as waters.
You understand? The Most High is saying, let judgment run down as water. Let the right things run as water. Let the right things prevail. Let righteousness prevail. Let that flow. Not the songs and your melodies and your hymns and all this madness. You understand? Go ahead.
And righteousness as a mighty stream.
You understand? And let righteousness run as a mighty stream. You understand? And keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High, that is righteous. That is righteousness. The Most High is saying, let that run as a stream, as a mighty stream. But when you go in the Christian church, they're not going to pull out these scriptures for you to get understanding. You understand? But again, coming to the I.S.U.P.K, under commanding Gen.YAHANNA, you're going to understand this book. You're going to understand that this Bible is for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This Bible was not, again, for everybody. It was for you. It was for you to be in right standing with the Most High power. It is for you to be able to understand your culture, your laws. It is for you to understand how to have brotherhood and sisterhood. It's also for you to get out of the Christian church, to understand, to get out at that Muslim mosque. To get out of those religions. You understand? From there, give me Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12. Because we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians not understanding, we had to come out of the Christian church, come out of the Muslim mosque. We will understand that we're under a fight. When I say a fight, I'm talking about a spiritual fight. You understand? When you go inside these institutions, you're integrating with these other nations. And the Most High not about integration. Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh.
For we do what?
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers.
You understand? So we wrestle not against flesh and blood. We in the I.S.U.P.K, we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. We're not picking up arms and ammunition and weapons and go outside there and fight. You understand? But our fight is a spiritual fight. Our fight is a fight against doctrines and philosophies. Our fight is against the things that these other nations make you feel is right and is not of the Most High. You understand? So when these heathenic nations push Christmas and Easter and all these holidays, all their holidays, Diwali and all these different things, we come out and we go against that. We fight against that. You understand? We're not wrestling against the flesh and blood. We're wrestling against the thing that they say is right, but is opposite to what the Most High tell us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to follow. Yeah, go ahead.
Against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
Against what?
Against the rulers of darkness of this world.
You understand? So against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world. You understand? And the rulers of this world, we know, is the so-called white man. That is the rulers of this world. You understand? And these other nations are right underneath him. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They are the rulers of darkness. They're not presenting anything that is of light to our people. Again, if you watch the things that they push on us, abortion, you understand? Smoking weed, homosexuality, adultery, and all these different things, these are the things that we come out and fight against the rulers of darkness. We come out and fight against that. We fight spiritually against that. We sit down in classes. You say, when you come and start to understand about the I.S.U.P.K and you sit down in these classes, you know starting to fight against principalities and powers. When you say, boy, you see this, I fell up at this world, let me put on this weed, or let me stop being a whoremonger or adulterer. You understand? You know starting to fight. You're fighting with your brothers. against principalities and powers. You understand? And you helping now to come and build your nation back to its righteous place, its right place in righteousness. You know, letting the Most High know, hey, I am that person who will say that I make you holy and separate. I am that person who you say is above all people upon the face of the earth. You understand? When you come to do that. But when we stick ourselves in the Christian church and in the Muslim mosque and in these other religions, we letting the Most High know, I don't want to be part of you. We telling them that to face. I don't want to be part of what you setting up. I don't want to be part of your kingdom. You say that I am a chosen person, a holy people. We are chosen people, a holy people unto yourself. And we go and make interracial marriage. We go and make marriages with these heathen nations. We telling the Most High, hey, I not holy. I not separate. I don't want to be separate. You understand? Take it from the top again.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
Right? You understand? So we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. We're wrestling against principalities and powers. We're trying our best and fighting, you understand, to go against what the rulers of darkness place in front of us. We're fighting to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes and teach our brothers who out in the world who ensnare to what the rulers of darkness present to them. You understand? And especially in the Christian church, they're not teaching the light. They're not teaching the word of the Most High. Christian church done already ensnared in that ruler of darkness. They ensnared with the rulers of darkness. You understand? From there, they'll give Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Because if our people, must see 13 here, if our people understand who they are, their culture, their laws, their history, their heritage, they understand who the Most High is, like a father figure unto blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He, not like a father figure, but is our father to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They will understand that we as a people, we need to come out from in this low state that we're in. You understand? And how are we going to come out from this low state that we're in? Give me again Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. We have to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes for us to come out at this position that we're in.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye.
Arise what?
Arise ye.
Arise ye. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? It's time for you to arise. Go ahead.
And depart.
And what?
And depart. For this is not your rest.
That don't mean pick up yourself and go to Africa. Not arise ye and depart and go into Africa. I'm not talking about that. Take it from the top again.
The book of Micah chapter 2 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
Arise ye and depart.
And what?
And depart. For this is not your rest.
This is not your rest. This is not the rest for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is not the position that we're supposed to be in. This is not the state that we're supposed to be in. This is not the place that we're supposed to be comfortable. You understand? Scripture letting you know this is not your rest. Most people like to say, well, it's a Trinidad and this is my homeland and this and that and whatever the case might be. This is not your rest, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? It's time for you to arise. It's time for you to start understanding what's happening in these last days. It's time for you to come in the school and start to take notes, start to ask questions. You understand? Go ahead.
Because it is polluted.
Because what?
Because it is polluted.
You understand? Because which part we is? Where we at? The scripture telling us arise from, it polluted. You understand? And polluted with what? All manner of vile things. All manner of things that will make you don't or not want to serve the Most High. You understand? It is polluted. And if you don't arise and depart, what will happen? You will be consumed. You will be polluted also. You will be ensnared and entrapped in the things of this world. You understand? Is it on that?
La.
Go ahead.
It shall destroy you.
It shall what?
it shall destroy
You
you.
understand? Just like what I was saying before, you're going to be ensnared, you're going to be entrapped, and then it will destroy you. You understand? You wouldn't be the same person as it was before. You will die, or you will just be totally lost. You will be destroyed. It's like how we most I say when we send you in this part of the captivity, we're going to be destroyed. We was totally destroyed because we know we head from we foot. We know who we is, we nationality, we identity, we destroyed. Walking about calling ourselves African, Muslim, whatsoever it is, we gone. You understand what I'm saying? As my brother like to say, we brain fried, patch. You understand what I'm saying? That is it on that? Go ahead.
Even with a sore destruction.
Even with what?
Even with a sore destruction.
Even with a sore destruction. You understand? That is how we will end up. Even with a sore destruction. Yeah? From there, you'll give me, that is not that, right?
Come.
Right. From there, you'll give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. And somebody hold Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 14. Right?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemies.
Never what?
Never trust thy enemies.
What that letting you know? That letting you know, so-called black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man, that you have enemies. You understand? And the scripture is letting you know, never trust your enemies. Just like when in the book of Psalms, when they say these nations make a tumult. You understand? They that hated, they are lifted up the head. Give me that somebody, Psalms 83.
Come.
Tawada. You understand? Hold the Ecclesiasticus, right?
Right from verse 1.
Yeah, give me it from verse 1.
Come.
Go ahead.
The book of Psalms.
Yeah.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Keep not thou silence, O Most High.
You understand? Go ahead.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power.
You understand? So keep not thy silence. Don't keep silent, Lord. You understand? Don't hold your peace. Don't be still. Go ahead.
For lo.
For what?
For lo.
For look. Go ahead.
Thine enemies.
Thine who?
Thine enemies.
Thine who?
Thine enemies.
You understand? So he's letting him know that the Most High have enemies. Letting him know your enemies. And the Most High is letting you know what? Go ahead in the book of Ecclesiasticus.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemies.
You understand? Never trust your enemies. The Christian church will not definitely not bring out this to let you know you have enemies, black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man. They ain't going to bring out the scripture to let you know you have enemies. You understand? They will let you know, they will let you feel everybody's one, everybody needs to be integrated. You understand? Let's come and join hand in hand, sing kumbaya. But the Most High is letting you know, never trust your enemies. When you read in Psalms 83, you understand? David is saying what? In Psalms 83, thine what?
Can. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
You understand? Let him know that thine enemies make a tumult. So we, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have enemies. That don't mean you get up in the morning, you pick up your pipe, and you go outside and start to shoot East Indians and Native Indians, East Indians and Syrians and Africans. You understand? That don't mean you have to start to do that now. You understand? We're not promoting violence. You understand? What you need to do as blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indian is come into the I.S.U.P.K. and understand how to fight the enemy. You understand? Understand how to fight the enemy. Understand how to truly serve the Most High. You understand? The Christian church will tell you do what? Join hands with the enemies. They're not coming and bring the scripture and tell you that you have enemies. Go ahead, Officer Asha.
For like as iron rusteth.
For like what? Take it from the top.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
Never trust thy enemies. For like as iron rusteth, so is the wickedness.
So is the what?
Is wickedness.
You understand? So just like iron rusted, so is the wickedness of these other nations. Meaning what? The same way the iron takes time to rust is the same way that their wickedness will take time to show itself over a period of time. You understand? Let time pass. and they eventually going to show the wickedness. Eventually you're going to see the wickedness at these other nations. You understand? Sometimes you might start, I'm just using this as an example, you might start a construction job, and everybody going down, quote unquote good, East Indians, Negroes, Syrians, whoever it might have, they're going down good. And as time started to pass, and they see your progression, their wickedness started to show. You understand? Their wickedness started to show. As time passed, and they realize, wait now, all of them going up, now self the wickedness started to jump out. You want to know, wait now, that's the same people I rolling with, but the most I don't let you know that is the enemy. You understand? That is it on that, right? Alright. Before you wrap up, you give me Mark chapter 3 and verse 24. And somebody who Officer Kobale will hold Zephaniah 2 and 1, right?
Come.
Mark 3 and 24, Zephaniah 2 and 1. Yeah, when I have it, go ahead.
Mark 3 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
And if a kingdom be divided.
And if a what?
And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
You understand? And if blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians be divided among themselves, we cannot stand. You understand? We as a people, we cannot stand. We won't be able to stand to defend ourselves with nothing. You understand? But in the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA, we will show you how to stand. We will come together. We will be that nation that is not divided. You understand? That is it on that, Officer Shah?
Okay.
Right, go ahead with Zephaniah 2 and 1. And Shah again, you go hold this whole Matthew 7 and 13. And we go end off with that, right? Give me Zephaniah 2 and 1.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
You understand? Scripture saying, gather yourself together. Go ahead.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Gather together, O nation not desired. The nation not desired is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You are at the bottom right now. You are in servitude to all these other nations. You understand? When you look how everything going on, you see how these other nations, they don't like you, they hate you. When you go on social media, you see all these East Indians talk about they want to know nigger man in the family and all these different things. You understand? Salakia. Right? You see, you is a nation not desired among all these other nations. You see, when we go to the history of Israel, you understand? You will see how you was not desired by none of these other races. When you sit down and you watch from since the Mosai set up everything and the line start coming on, you will see how you was not desired up to today. You is a nation not desired. But the Mosai is saying what? Gather yourself together. How are you gathering yourself together? It have no other way to gather yourself together, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native Indian man, woman, and child, Caribs and Arawaks. It have no other way to gather yourself than in the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA.
Right.
Because we've been teaching this truth since 1969. You understand? It have no other way to gather yourself than in I.S.U.P.K. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 3. Verse 2, Salakia. Before the decree break forth.
Go ahead.
Before the day pass as the chaff.
You understand? Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff. You understand? Drop that and give me Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13. Tawala. You understand? So we as a people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, as we read before, a kingdom divided amongst itself cannot stand. If we divide as a people, we wouldn't be able to stand. We wouldn't be able to be a nation. But the most I say, gather yourself together. And in the I.S.U.P.K, is the only place you could gather yourself. It's the only place where you could seek that refuge. It's the only place where you could start building back a nation. It's where you could start back building back that righteous nation unto the Most High. Give me the Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13. Tawara.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13. Enter you in at the straight gate.
Enter what?
Enter you in at the straight gate.
Go ahead.
For wide is the gate.
Enter you into the straight gate. You understand? And the straight gate. Go ahead. Go ahead and read before I continue. Go ahead.
For wide is the straight gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to the destruction.
You understand? So Christ is saying here, enter ye into the straight gate. Christ is letting you know. You see this gate here, the straight gate, enter in this gate. From when he started, he letting you know that enter ye into the straight gate. Because he come and he tell you, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. So all these religions that looking nice and colorful and bright and nice and wide, that everybody want to go to, that is the gate that leadeth to destruction. That is the gate that will lead you from not serving your power, from not serving your God as a people. You understand? That will lead you to not doing what? Gathering yourself together with nation not desired. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 14. Because straight is the gate.
Because what?
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life.
You understand? So you come back again and say, now remember you say in verse 13, enter into the straight gate. He tell you, enter into the straight gate. And then he show you, the broad gate is the one that leads to destruction. And he still come back in verse 14 and say here, because straight is the gate. You understand? He let you know this gate, it's straight. Go ahead. And narrow is the way.
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way.
And narrow is the way. Not everybody is going to find this way. This way very narrow. You understand? Not everybody is going to want to come into the I.S.U.P.K because why? They might find the brothers and them talking too rough. Or with them doing with braids in the head and all these different things. With this thing around the neck. You understand? And then come in and really sit down and understand what's going on. You understand? When you could come and ask your questions and you will get your questions answered. You understand? But if you have a effeminate spirit, you ain't gonna go through that. Them fellas too rough. Then see them fellas and them have braids in the ear. They're not supposed to have that. You understand? And they will make you run. These other fake groups will make you run and get shape-ups. Make you shave your beard to please your oppressor. You understand? And that not pleasing unto the Most High. Go ahead.
Which leadeth unto life.
Which do what?
Which leadeth unto life.
You understand? The Most High let you know that this gate, this narrow gate, will lead unto life. Go ahead.
And few there be that find it.
And what?
And few there be that find it.
The Most High already let you know it will have few that is going to find it. Very, very few. You understand? Very few is going to find this narrow gate. Because why? We want to follow after the heathens. We want to follow after the Christian pastor, the Christian church. And what the pastor say. And what the imam say. And what Egyptology say. We want to follow after that. And Christ letting you know, there will few that will find this gate that will lead unto life. And this gate that will lead unto life, you will find that in the I.S.U.P.K. With that, the party class on, the priest and officer shot.
Security announcement.
Go ahead.
We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. No rules for brothers and sisters. When a brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment. You can find it in Numbers chapter 18 verse 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in Hebrew. And it pronounced as Maishara. 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you to the treasury department or teacher or priest fund. Free will offering for priests, non-mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation.
Passover. It was
First.
yeah.
Feast of first fruits that will be from
Yes, hold on, man. Yes, sir. See there on the phone.
Check any of the WhatsApp.
No, I never. Wipe now, bro. No, check it on. I think that one.
Oh.
That one, right? Wipe now, bro. Okay.
Come.
Chicken UPK.
Feast, that will be the Feast of First Fruits. Sundown Friday, April 17th, 2020. Reminder, Aquariums and Aquatiums to check on social media such as I.S.U.P.K, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and material. If your brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, light shirt, light pants, light headbands, or scarf. What I would say, Martin? Sir. You want to say the Lord prayer in Hebrew? Abonawa, Shabashamayam, Wadash, Ayah, Shamka, Yahawa, Malakwakat, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Arataza, Hawa, Ayah, Bashamayam, Natan, Anawa, Nakal, Yawam, Basalak Noah, Kabawaki Noah, Kasalaki Noah, Kabawaki Noah, Wala'a, Tabanayo Noah, Bayasaya 1, Abal, Awashai Noah, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Kabalakwa, Wala'a, Wataparat, La Wailomium, Aman.
In English, what we just said, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
We're going to say their blessings in Hebrew. Barak,
Atah,
Yahweh, Wayawashai, Wa Yakala, Wa La Hayam, Matazabia, Alawap Yahanna, La Wapium, Asaranium, Hakwa Tazam Yanyam, Hakwa Yalyum, Waha Akwa Watyum, Yahweh, Bahasham, Oshai, Tawadaman.
What we just said in English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angel, commanding general, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
You're going to say the Hakat. Yahweh, Bahasham, Oshai, Gasha, Latan Lanawa, Akat, La Para, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawan, Akat, Lataha, Hamatazarium, Akat, Laha Kwayam, Hamatayam, Akat, Arakawat, Hatamala, Lagarashan, Bahasham, Oshai, Tawada.
Aman.
In English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Give us the power.
Give us the
The
power.
power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the
The power
lepers.
to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
Power
spirits.
against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
What we're going to say is the curses. Pray for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and
And
earth.
all things living.
All things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and
To
destruction.
the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against
That
us.
speak against
Thy
us.
prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
Teachers.
The princes.
Princes.
And the priests.
And the priests.
The Israelite brothers and the
Israelite
schools.
brothers and school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
The treasure of the rich.
The treasure of the
Of
rich.
Israel.
Of Israel.
That refuse to give.
That refuse to
To
give
the school.
to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nation.
And the nation.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
Court system.
The prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and
Roman
armies.
Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Pope. Islam.
Christianity.
Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinheads. Fuzzy Komatati. Gay movement. Lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. NASA Space Program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marine. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the areas. Cable access channels. And the radio channel. Convict the spirit. Of any of thy people. That seek to stop us. And bring swift destruction. To all the heathen. That stand in the way. Try to stop us. From broadcasting your word. Throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And consume them. Let the plague shake. House of the thief. And the murderer. Let Yahweh shine. Michael. And Gabriel. Come down with the flying saucers. And punish all the heathen. And come up against us. As we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all. That it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread. Through the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh shine. Thank you. Always. So be it.
You're going to say, bless Israel. Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Awashai. Barak Lanawa. Waya Rashala.
Wahabayat.
Safarium. Barak. Rapa. Magan.
Commanding General Yana. General. Captain. Officer. Troopers. The sisters. The children. All the destroyed of Israel. Kayabana. Barak Napash. Shariah. Kintian family. Oselan family. Koto family. Philip family.
Commanding General Yahanna, all the generals, all the captains, all the officers, all the troopers, all the students, Shamka, Kaya, Yapa, Para.
All the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K.
All the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K.
All the brothers and sisters fighting coming to the I.S.U.P.K.
All the brothers and sisters fighting coming to the I.S.U.P.K.
Francois family.
Wrong family.
Zion. Daniela. Wesleyan. Trisha. Ashida. Chantel. Nima. Khadijah. Ba'ashem.
Awashai.
Tawaraman.
What we just said in the English, Lord, in the name of Yahweh, bless us, and Israel, and the school, bless, heal, shield, protect, our loved ones, in the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
Let's get the teacher one courtesy. Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh
Ba'ashem Yahushai Brakatam.
Yadamata. Let's get the sisters at one courtesy. Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak,
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Yadamata. Class dismissed.